So you want to draw chibi heads, but you don't know where to start, you don't know anatomy, you think you might have to study all these human faces and angles and everything. You see artists drawing circles and lines with a cross around it, and you have no idea what that means. Guess what? You are in the right place because in this tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly what all those lines mean, how to draw a chibi head from scratch, and it's super beginner friendly. But before we get started, first of all, hi everyone, welcome on in. My name is Shay. I am a full-time emote artist and illustrator, and I have done thousands of chibi heads, and I'm here to show you exactly how to draw them. We're gonna keep this tutorial really simple, no fancy anatomy needed. By the end of this video, you're gonna know how to draw a basic chibi head from the front. Of course, I will be showing other perspectives and other angles and how to use your crosshair line, but that'll be for a Patreon tutorial if you guys do wanna watch a full draw along style where I show you all the brushes, all the layers, pretty much minimal editing, and you get to have hand-holding along the way. Definitely consider checking it out. I will plug it down below, but with that being said, guys, let's just hop into the tutorial. Okay, before we get started, what exactly is a chibi? Well, chibi is a Japanese style way of drawing anime characters where the heads are absolutely massive, big bubble-sized, and then the bodies are itty-bitty really tiny. Very different from the anime style where we have a bit more correct proportions, but obviously stylized. With chibis, we actually have the head taking up most of the character, and then there's a small body almost at a 1-to-1 ratio where the head is half of the entire character and then the bottom half is another head size. Some of the key aspects to chibi is the very large eyes. They take up pretty much most of the head space. In fact, if you do want an eye tutorial, I do have one here over on Patreon, again, hand-holding style, where you can see everything step by step, how I draw it in real time. Definitely consider checking it out. And there's also a lot of really round shapes. There's not a lot of sharp angles when it comes to chibis, except for maybe some of the eyes, you know, the triangle one where they're kind of pointing in and they're very angry. That's pretty much the only time we see very sharp angles when it comes to chibi. Of course, shape value is very important when it comes to developing your characters. And so with chibis, they use a lot of very round and soft shapes because that usually is what we associate with soft and cute. So today we're just going to focus on the head because this tutorial is mostly for emotes and getting that really strong expression. But of course, the body is a whole different beast that we can tackle in another video. So let's just focus on the head for this one. All right, so step one, you're going to want to set up a drawing guide because we're going to be drawing this face on just so I can really teach you the proportions. So with the wrench icon highlighted, we're going to go to drawing guide. We're going to enable that. And then we're going to go to edit drawing guide. And we're going to turn on symmetry, and then we have our vertical symmetry. This means that whatever I draw on one side will happen on the other side, which is very handy for drawing these chibis facing straight on. All right, so the first thing is the all magic circle. Yes, the circle every artist starts with before they draw anything on their canvas. And in fact, it's not always a perfect circle shape. Sometimes you want to go a little bit wider, sometimes a little narrower. So just a rough idea. There's nothing wrong with just having a rough circle. Next, we're going to be drawing the chin. So the chin is kind of like a little bit of a U shape that goes underneath the main cranium part. And when I say a little bit, like I just added a tiny little chin here. It just kind of comes off the head a little bit. Okay, so now that we have the basic shape of our chibi's head, now we're going to draw the face guidelines. The face guidelines are those very famous crosshairs that you see artists drawing on their portraits. And that usually shows you the eye line as well as the center line where the nose and the mouth will align. And the horizontal line is usually how the eyes will align on the face. So you don't have like one eye up in the sky, like one eye down here, and everything's very symmetrical. So with my chibis, what I like to do is about a third of the way down, I will draw myself a horizontal line. I add a very small curve just because the face is not flat, okay? It's not a circle, it's actually a sphere. And with a sphere, you do have a small curvature. So I'm gonna be drawing just a very light curve about here. And then my center line's already drawn on Procreate. It has a center line with my guideline. So I'm not gonna draw it in because if I try, it's gonna look a little too thick. So that'll just be the center where I know I'm gonna center them out. And then for the eyes, so what I'll do is I will just largely sort of draw in my pupils, or irises, I guess you could say. Sorry, the iris. And then I'll also include the eyelash and an eyebrow. And as you can see, while we're drawing this, about halfway to my circle, okay, we're seeing a new line forming. This is about halfway along the circle that we initially drew, the cranium portion of the chibi head. Most chibis squish all the facial expressions in this region of the head, with this part being the hairline section. In fact, we can even squish it down further if you want to. There's nothing wrong with that. The nice thing with digital art is we can bring it down, so you can actually bring it down just a smidge more. And do you see how all of a sudden it looks way cuter than it did previously? So this is after, this is before, after, before, after. And you can see already the character almost looks like she's only like 6 years old or something. It's just a lot more baby features. The larger the cranium is and the more forehead and the more bubbly it looks, the more it starts to look like a little baby character, which is basically the principle of chibi. So we can actually bring that down a little bit. I think I actually uncentered it just there. So we'll bring it down because I think that's where I'd like to put it. Next up, we're going to want to draw the mouth. Now again, with chibis, we're going to make the mouth a little bit larger. And everything has to be, remember the mindset I said before, curves. Lots of curves. So you can draw something like this for the mouth, or you can even include, like I said, curves. A lot of people, and I like to do with my emotes, is draw like a little cat-shaped mouth. I find those are so adorable. And so that'll be the mouth. A little bit of blush if you want to. And that's pretty much the anatomy for the facial features. Now for the ears will always be, the center of the ear will always align with this center line that we drew across the face. So we're going to draw an ear like this. And see how it's kind of in the center there? And there's your ears. So now that we have a little bit of a cleaner sketch that I can kind of teach you guys off of, this is about the proportions of a chibi head. Now, how can we change this to fit the style or the emotions that we want to convey in our art? Well, there's a lot of things we can change. One of them would be mouth. Of course, we can always change. Let me just get my little guideline down here so I can see where the mouth is. We can have, let's say, a little open mouth, a round mouth to show, shock. You can have a really wide open mouth to show absolute like joy and excitement, as well as the eyebrows. We can also work with the eyebrows and change the expression. If we have the eyebrows down like this, angled downwards, all of a sudden our character looks angry. So play with the eyebrows, the angle, the size of them, etc. Play with the eyelash as well, the shape of it, how you want to draw it, because that can also convey different kinds of emotions, and same with the mouth. But as long as you remember our rule of focusing the entirety of our facial expressions in the bottom half of the chibi, and then you'll really be able to stick with that whole cute chibi style. Okay, so we have our happy chibi. Next up is, where do we draw the hair? A lot of people are going to want to draw it up here. They're like, oh, I'm just going to put it on the top of the head because that's where hair is. It's on the top of the head, which makes sense, but it doesn't quite look right. I mean, actually, she's kind of giving Zoe from Demon Hunters, but that's not what we're going for in this tutorial. I'm trying to teach you a little bit of a proper anatomy. So let me show you why the hairline doesn't exactly start on the top of the head. Now, the reason we don't draw it right at the top, because that's what some people and a lot of beginners like to do, is because I'm looking at you guys straight on, and you can see that my hairline does not start up here because my head curves. Remember when I said before that the face is not a flat circle, it is a sphere. So it curves downwards towards you, and you can see my hairline actually starts midway between my eyebrow and the top of my head. Maybe not perfectly, but it's about that. And so we're gonna do the same thing with chibis. Although I said you don't need to know too much about anatomy, you still need to know some basic principles. Hairline not up here, hairline between the eyebrow and the top of the head. So let's draw it. All right, so based on what I just showed you in real life, our hairline is gonna start a little bit lower. So for me, I like to have my hair, because again, remember chibis, the bigger the forehead, the cuter it is, the rounder it is, the cuter it is. So I'm gonna want my chibi hairline to be about here. So that would be roughly the halfway point between the top of the head and the eyebrow. And that's where I'm going to draw the bangs. All right, so now we're gonna clean up our sketch. This is obviously not the finished bit. I usually like to draw very rough, loose sketches when I start my work because I find that that is what gets me very expressive stuff. So we're gonna go to our inking pen, and this is from the brush set that you can find over on my Patreon. And I'm gonna grab a black color, and I'm gonna turn on my symmetry. Drawing this. I'm gonna go in here and I'm going to sort of like just paint or ink on top of the line work that I already did. Okay, so you may be wondering why I drew the eyes and the eyebrows on a separate layer than the actual head. Sometimes, as you guys know from the previous tutorial that I did on how to draw chibi eyes, I do like to adjust the line work color in my chibi eyes. I like to soften it by adding a little bit of a red tone. I like to smudge it out a little bit. And so that gives me a little bit more freedom to recolor, resize, move things around without affecting the overall chibi that I drew, like the head and the hair. So that's why I did that. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to, actually, we got to put this on the top layer here. So we're going to reference and we're going to color this in just so I can show you a couple other little tips on how to make your chibi stand out a little bit more and how to make it cuter. So we're going to make her, I guess, with brown hair. Why not? I added a little neck just because it looks a little bit goofy with her just like floating around like that. She looks a bit silly. And this is what the finished chibi should look like if you take a little bit of time to do your own polishing and add your own flair to it. I didn't change anything about this chibi. I just took a bit of time off camera to kind of just clean it up and add a bit of shading and render the hair and all of that. But from here, if you want to add a little bit of extra cuteness, you can add some more blush on her cheeks. So maybe take like a pink color and then a soft airbrush and just kind of like really add that in, and instantly she's so darn cute. You can also take, I love this sketch brush. Again, you can find this over on Patreon, but I absolutely adore my sketch brush. It's just, oh, I love using it for details. I actually used it for the hair here to add those extra little wisps and strands, but you can add these kind of graphic looking chibi blush you see in manga and stuff like that. You can add that. You can also give her like little fangs if you wanted to. And that's kind of it. So now you guys know the proportion of how to draw it face on. So how else can you draw these chibis? Well, you can take that and now start practicing different angles with your heads. And there you go, your first chibi head. So we did this one completely from scratch, facing straight on. So you really nailed the proportions. My recommendation is practice, practice, practice. Keep drawing them straight on. And then once you really understand the proportions and you can do it without having to pause the tutorial over and over again, you're ready to start tackling the other perspectives and, you know, moving on to expressions. Now, if you guys did like this tutorial, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, as well as comment on what you'd like to see next. If you do want more in-depth versions of my tutorials, as well as if you'd like to learn how to draw this chibi eye from start to finish, do consider checking out my Patreon. It's where I upload all my tutorials with very minimal editing, a lot of step-by-steps and hand-holding along the way. So do consider checking it out. Your extra support is so appreciated. With that being said, guys, make sure to comment down below what you'd like to see next from me. Happy drawing, and I can't wait to see what you guys work on next. Bye, everyone.